Okay, now I have a clear space in front of me. Let me move this chair. We won't need chairs till later. So starting out with just a march. Welcome to Ageless Balance. I am Ron. It's good to have you here. We are going to be doing today some movement, warm up. Then we'll have strength with lower body at the same time. So we'll be doing the movement with the strength training, and then we will have a little cardio for fun. Cardio is the fun part. So is the strength training. It's all fun. It's all fun. Forward toe tap, out and out, out. Keep toe tapping. There was something on the floor that I could see in my monitor. Tap and tap. It was bothering me. Out, out, out. At your pace, not at mine. You do what is right for you. With that foot going out, take the arm out with it in a punch. Out, rotate the hand, create a fist. That was not the same foot, same hand. There we go. Out and out. I have problems with getting my body in sync, upper and lower. Take that hand, roll it, and extend. Don't lock the elbow out. You always have a little bend in that elbow. Never lock out. Joints are not meant to withstand that kind of pressure. That's what the muscles are for around the joints. Out and out, out and out. That was the front. We're going to do the side. Tap and tap. Just get used to that feeling. Make sure the hips are forward. Don't turn out. Don't roll to the side. This is just pick the leg up, tap out, bring it back in. Up and out and in. Punch on that side. Same side, same arm, same thing. Rotate the hand. Getting that shoulder opened up, warmed up. Muscles stretching out, getting a little warmer, getting the fluid in the joint there. If you had any pain in there, getting rid of that. You don't need that. Push and push, out and out. Let's do one more each side. So we got a left and we got a right. And we're back to just that march. And we're going to go into a toe tap back and back. Tapping the toe, keeping yourself right up in the middle. So it's not shifting your weight back. It's staying right over that stationary leg as the toe taps back. And arms back, using those triceps to extend at the elbow, this time backwards. Feeling the muscle in the back of the upper arm working instead of the front. And back. Tap that toe, stay over the stationary leg. Make sure you feel that foot flat on the ground of that stationary leg, that stance leg. Little bend in the knee. Remember, don't lock out. No elbows, no knees. Don't lock any of the joints out. And back and back. Couple more. Back and back. One more each side. A right and a left and back to just a march. So this is a little cardio, a little getting the heart rate up just a little bit. If your heart rate gets up too high, if you start having problems breathing or where you're having to breathe heavily, go ahead and sit down or just go back to a march at any point in time. And you can just be right here. We'll keep going. You just catch up whenever you're ready to. All right, high knee up. Feel the stationary legs. We're working on the balance of that stance leg, little bend in the knee, feeling the floor from the ball of the foot to the heel, inside to outside, all the way back. A triangle from the ball of the foot back to the middle of the heel. Arms up overhead and bring the arms down as you bring the knee up. Don't have to bring that knee up very high, just up off the floor. If you want to get it up higher, if you can, that's great. We're using those muscles in the lower abs, lifting with the hip flexor. But if that's not safe for you, you don't feel stable, you don't feel stable, just bring that toe up off the floor so that you're on the single leg. Start contracting the muscles in the hands, making fists, clenching them, really pulling down if you can. And down and down. All right, shake that out. We're going to go forward into a forward lunge and coming back. So out and back, out and back. This time, as we go out, we do a curl, palms down on the way back, pushing down, bringing that foot back. So it's out with a curl, in with a push. Out with the old, in with the new. Now out with a curl, in with a push. Take it, curl it like you're actually lifting weight, pulling up. Turn the palms over and drive the hands down as you come back in, warming up those joints, the muscles in the arms, lower arm, upper arm, wrists, fingers, elbows, and shoulders. Up and back down, up and back down. Just going to step touch. Out as you do, reach the hand the opposite direction and bring it back in a diagonal, but don't turn the hips. We're not rotating. We're stretching out the upper back, reaching cross body, rotating the shoulders, getting rotation through the thoracic spine, the middle of your back where rotation happens. So as you bring one hand up, one arm goes forward, one shoulder goes back, keeping them in a straight line as much as you can. Tap out. Whoops, hold on. Told you, have a problem syncing up upper and lower body. Out, cross, right straight across the torso now, pushing and pushing. Feel the great stretch through the upper back. Feel the muscle starting to warm up in the chest as it pulls that arm across body. Out and out. Drive it out, rotate the hand, drive and rotate. Push and turn, push and turn. Out and out. And now take that hand and drive it down towards the foot and back up. Other side, rotating the shoulders. Down. Shoulders stay in a straight line all the way through this. Hips stay forward. Push and push. Feeling that stretch through the back. Down and down. Couple more. Push and push. And we're good. Grab yourself a drink of water. That was the warm up. We are going to strength. Grab your weight, grab your water, keep standing. We're not going to the chair yet unless you feel like that's more comfortable for you. If you won't need the chair, use it. You can modify any of these exercises. I had to go get water. Sorry for leaving the camera. Make sure that if you're not able to do the exercises standing up, take a chair and just keep going with them. You can keep moving. We're doing, most of them can be done from a seated position. Part of it can be. All right, grabbing two weights. Two weights. Remember, if you can stand up though, please do. It helps work the entire body. Works the core, works the lower body, but especially the core if you stand while you're doing the exercises. Core works for every movement you make. It tightens up before anything else starts to move. So if you can stand up, that really works the core all the time. First thing we're going to do is curl with the toe tap and down. If you can bring that leg up off the floor, that's fantastic. If you can't, that's fantastic because you're doing what's right for your body. You're keeping yourself stable. Curl and curl, curl, and curl. What we're going to do with that one is reverse step with a punch, bring it back. Toe tap and back. Toe tap with a punch and back in, out, and in. As you punch with that arm, as that arm goes out and the weight goes forward, don't let it pull you with it. Only go out as far as you can maintain that upright position, right over the legs, staying in neutral position. Ears over shoulders, over hips, over ankles. That's the thing. And knees are in there somewhere too. Between the hips and the ankles. Out. All right. So what we're going to do is curl and down, curl and down, stepping back, punching out, bring it back and out. So curl, curl, punch, and punch. Curl. Oh, this is brain stuff here. Curl, punch. I have to concentrate. Curl with a leg lift. Curl with a leg lift, and then step back with the punch, step back with the punch. Curl and leg lift, curl and leg lift, step and punch, step and punch. There we go. Up, back and forward, back and forward. Curl, curl, step back punch, step back punch. One more time. Tap and curl, back and back. Weights down. Let's do just a little bit of cardio, just a little bit of endurance, because Cardiovascular needs to be strengthened as much as the muscles need to be strengthened. You need to be able to breathe, to be able to stay energized for the activities you do. All right, first one we're going to do is just out and in, out and in. If you want to do this on the balls of the feet, if you can, fantastic. Work those muscles in the calf muscles, the back of the lower leg, out and in, or just step out and in. 40 seconds of this. We have started counting already. We're 10 seconds in, 30 to go. Out and in as fast as is right for you. So you may want to take it with just this little step, a little slower if that's right for you, or maybe just a march. Maybe going out wide isn't the right thing for you. That's fine. Then just go into a march. Out and in. Really? Just move. That's all you got to do. That's the important piece. Out, out, in, out, and in. We got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and we're good. We're going to take for the next one. Watch, take a break here. Just let the heart rate come down a little bit. We're going to do a alternating bent over row. So leg out front, down, push back up and back. Weights in hands if you want. If the weights are uncomfortable for you, don't do it. Hip hinge, hip, shoulders stay back, ears stay over the shoulders. As you come down, knee stays over the ankle, pushing back and stepping back. Forward, hip hinge so that you're over the thigh. Again, knees over the ankle. Don't let the knee go forward and push back. Out, hip hinge and back. Out, hip hinge and back. With that, we are going to go out. Let me get the weights. Out, piston row, 4 count, 3, 4, and back. Step out, hip hinge, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back in. Out. You ready to start? I'm ready to start. Let's do it. Let's go on the clock. We're getting going. 40 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. Out, hip hinge, shoulder blades back, 2, 3, and 4. Step back up, back out on the other side, alternating legs, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and step back. Out, hip hinge, piston row, 2, elbow stays close to the body as far back as it can go. Step out, hip hinge, knees over the ankle, don't let that go forward, 3, and 4. One more time. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back in. We are going to do a step out and in, out. Hang on to the weights. We're going to use them yet. We're going to go back to a punch, but this time we're going to go crossbody. Out and in. We did these in warm-ups. Again, if the weight is not right for you, get rid of it. If that is not the thing that's right for your body right now, don't use it. Otherwise, if you can, step out, reach across, and bring it back. Out and in. Out and back. Just like that, crossing the body. Only go out as far as you can. Don't let the hips turn as you're pushing out. As you're punching, keep the hips forward. All the work is done by the upper body. Rotation happens through the shoulders, through the upper back, and the chest. Out, in, out. 10 seconds in, 30 to go. Step out and punch, and punch. Rotate that hand as you do. Feel the shoulders. We'll feel the forearm working. Grip strength by holding on to that weight as your palm is facing down. Out, out. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and weights down. We're going to do a 4-step. This is the endurance part. This is the cardio part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hips stay straight. You pick that leg up. Tap, 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 tap. Trailer leg comes up as high as that front leg. That is the piece that usually doesn't happen. We drag that back foot. Don't drag it. That's just a recipe for falling over. 1, 2, 3. If you're ready, if it's right for you, kick back. 1, 2, 3, kick to the middle. 1, 2, 3, and out. You ready? We're on the clock. You're getting paid for this. You're on the clock and kick back. 2, 3, kick to the middle. 1, kick to the loo, my darling. 1, 2, 3. I just made that up. All right, maybe it's a song somebody else created. Step 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and out. 10 seconds left. Boom, 1. You can make that sound. Kick. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Da, 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 da. Back 2, 3, last 1. Whew. One more set, then we take a break. Single weight. One weight. We're just going to step out to the side, weight shift, elbow up, and back in. Out, stepping, and bring it back in. Out, and in. We're going to do the other shoulder after we get done with this one, but we have to wait till the vidlacs start. And back. There's Nancy. Hi, Nancy. And back in. Out. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Out.
Got back from my doctor's appointment. I'm all good.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Out and in. We like good news. Good news is good news. Out and back in. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Other side. Bend in the elbow. Weight in towards the torso. Pick the foot up. Step out and step in. So don't just bounce from in to out. Pick the leg up, step it out, bring the arm up. These are very intentional movements. You're controlling every piece of it. Every inch is all about you moving those muscles where you want them to go. They don't tell you where to go, where they're going to go. You tell them where they're going to go. Up and back in. Up and out. Up and in. A little harder when you don't have a weight on the other side to counterbalance you, isn't it? Got to use the core just a little bit more. And in. Out. And in. 10 seconds. Keep going with it. Feel that shoulder working. This is the muscle group that this is for. Out and back in. Set the weights down. Grab your chair. Grab some water. We're going to get a drink here before we start the next set. These will be seated exercises. We will still do strength, so you will still need your weights. If you're using weights, that is. If you're not using weights, you don't need your weights. That's okay. It's okay. That's all right. Okay. Okay. First thing we're going to do is single weight. Let me pick that up. Single weight at the chest. We're going to step forward and do a hip hinge in the chair. So out, forward, hinging at the hips, shoulders, stay right underneath the ears, push out, pull it in, step back. So it's forward with a hip hinge, extend out, bring it back, and in. Here we go. 40 seconds. The clock starts now. And bring it back in. Out. Working the shoulders, working the chest, holding that weight up, working the forearms with the grip strength. And back in. Core muscles holding you in place, keeping your torso in proper alignment. Out and in. All sorts of muscle groups working here. Step. The foot goes out front to secure you, to stabilize you as you do that hip hinge forward and bring it back in. 5 seconds left. Don't roll the shoulders forward. Bring it up. Step out and back in one more time. Out and in. Weights down. So we're going to do a Marcel Marceau thing here, a little mime action. reaching up overhead and bringing a rope down. You can climb that rope if you want, getting higher and higher as you go until you get way up there, and then bring yourself back down again, nice and slow. Take your time. You ready? 1, 2, 3. We're on the clock. We're doing it. Up, reach high, get that shoulder up as high as you can, and then come back down again. Get low, and then bring yourself back up, pulling on that rope, bringing you higher. See, you didn't know you were going to be a mime today. I always think I should be in a beret and a striped shirt if I'm going to be doing this. Up and reach. Younger people have no idea who Marcel Marceau is. And back up, grab. Mimes took a real hit. People were really hard on mimes. It's not fair. Back down one more time. Reach, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reach up high and back down again. Shake that out. Tell you what, grab onto the back of your chair. Grab onto the back of the chair, bring the shoulder blades back, chest is out, stretch out those shoulders we just used so much. Deep breath in, exhale, bringing the hands forward onto the thighs, roll the shoulder blades forward. And relax that, shake it out. We're going to bring the weights back up again. We're going to go back to that forward hinge, but this time we're going to do narrow row, triceps kick back, in and forward and up. So again, forward hip hinge, elbows back as far as they'll go, extend from the elbow out, in and back down. If you're ready, I'm ready. We're doing it. Hip hinge, lean forward, out to the back in, and sit up. Forward, out, back, shoulder blades together as tight as you can get them. Hold them there, keep them there. And back out and come up to seated. Back down. Weight should be ball of the feet to the heels. Elbows back, extend out, bring them in, and sit up. Back forward, arms out, elbows back, weights back, in, down, and bring it up. Last one. This is all about core, shoulders, upper back, upper arms, and grip strength. And back to center. Set your weights down. Set them down. Set them down now. All right. You don't have to rub your eye. That's just mine itches. We're going to do next high knee. So sitting up straight in the chair, you're at the edge of the chair. Let me move that. Roll the shoulder blades back. You're right here. So bring yourself out to the edge of the chair. If you sit back, you can do that, but we're losing all of the work through the core. The chair is doing the work to stabilize you. Use those muscles through the stomach, through the sides. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, and lift the leg. From the edge of the chair, up and up. Arms go out to the side. As the knee comes up, we're rotating the shoulders, going towards that knee and bringing it back. Up. Knee comes right straight up. Hip, knee, foot right in alignment. Rotating the shoulders and back. Don't let the hips turn. Those sits bones should be right on the chair. They should not move. You also should not feel weight distributed any differently than evenly between both of those sits bones. Weight should be even on both through the whole thing. And back, around. So we're trying to get movement through the center of the back, the thoracic spine, where all the movement happens, and down, up and around, and back. Lift that leg right straight up. We're not crossing the body. We're not turning the hips. We're just lifting that leg right straight up, keeping it in alignment so that the knee, the toe, and the hip are all straight, the way they should be when we walk. And around, up, and bring it back down. We're going to go back to the weights in just a minute. But first, a message from our sponsors. No, I want to explain why you keep the leg forward. When you walk, this is always how you should be walking, with the toes, knees, hips pointing forward. So we always exercise that way. You can bring the leg across and across. We have this tendency to turn our whole body as soon as we start doing that. And that's not the way we walk. We walk this way. And that's what we're trying to promote, is strengthening the muscles in the format that we want our posture to be. So that's why we keep the legs forward instead of cross body. All right, grab your weights again. You ready? We're going to bring the legs apart, weights between. We're going to go down with the shoulder blades back. So again, you're out at the edge of the chair. Shoulder blades are back. Go forward just a little bit. Curl, come back up, and down. So knees are out, knees and toes pointed in the same direction. Shoulder blades are back, arms between the legs. Down, curl with the elbows pointed towards the floor. Push through the ball of the foot to the heels to come back up and back down. Forward, up, over, down. Coming forward, just go down as far as you can, still keeping those shoulder blades back and chest is out. Don't let yourself roll forward. Chest doesn't get any closer to the chin. Up and back down, or chin doesn't get any closer to the chest, as the case may be. Up and take it down in that forward hip hinge. Do the curl, bring it back up and down one last time. Forward, curl, push up, set your weights down, please. We're done with the weights. That's it. Next one we're going to do is that reach up, cross body. We're also going to bring the opposite leg out with a reach and back. Out, opposite arm, opposite leg, creating that diagonal pattern. From here, we're going to go right straight across body and bring it back around. Sits bones are your cue. They're your key. You should not feel them moving. They are right on the ground or right on the chair and out. And we're going to do down and back, down and back, across and across. All right. So we're going to go up, middle, down, middle, up. All right. Shake it out. You ready? I'm ready to start. Here we go. Up and across. Up and across, right straight across the torso, out, and now down. Push and push back to the middle. Cross body, and now cross body up at a diagonal. Other side, back to the middle. Working the brain just a little bit. Not too hard, because my brain doesn't like hard work. And back. It doesn't do well. It's not that it doesn't like it. It's just not very good at it. Across and back. That's why we have to work these cognitive skills every once in a while. Try to keep my brain from not going completely dull. It's not sharp. We don't want it completely dull. Reach up, reach across, and reach down. That's what these exercises are for. You're moving, plus you're using the brain to make sure that that body goes in the right place. All of those movements are exactly where they're supposed to be. And down. Make them a little harder. Change directions. Out. Cross the body makes it a little harder. Last time. Out, out, down, and down. Back across. And up. And up. And you're good. Grab your water. Get a drink. Set your weights out of the way. You won't be using them again. Last part of this will be stretching, and we will be in a seated position. So again, I'm asking if you can, if it's comfortable for you, if there's any way possible, try to come out to the edge of the seat. If you're going to have to sit back, you need the chair for support, that's fine, but control how much you go back. Don't put the back against the back of the chair unless you absolutely have to. And if you absolutely have to, then it's the right thing to do for you. But if it's not, see if you can come out. The farther you can come out, the more you're going to be using those core muscles instead of the chair to stabilize, the more you'll strengthen them. All right, first thing we're going to do is just a nice, easy march and march. So really concentrate on form. What likes to happen is as soon as you bring that leg up, the shoulders come forward. You want to sit with the shoulder blades back, chest is out, bringing that knee up. It doesn't matter how high that knee comes up. It's keeping the rest of the body in that neutral position, using these hip flexors to lift. Even if the leg doesn't come very high right now, it will. As we continue to do this and these hip flexors get stronger, they'll pick that leg up higher. And the beauty of that is when you walk, you want that foot to come up as high as possible so that you can go up steps or that you don't trip over uneven surfaces on the ground. Up, up. That's all it is. Just this, keeping the knee and toe right in alignment. Don't let the knee go out and the foot come in. Keep it straight all the way through here. Up. So much better for the joints. Up. A few more times. And we're there. All right. We're going to grab on to the back of the chair and just see if you can bring the butt up off the chair just a little bit and back down. So shoulder blades are back, chest is out, up and back. If you feel any tweaking in the lower back, what you're probably doing is pushing right straight down and just pushing the butt up off the chair. That's not what we want to do. We want to use the muscles in the glutes to lift and back down again. Pushing down, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling, but not very far. It doesn't have to go very far. We're working those lower abs and the glutes to lift and bring it back down again. Up, just a shallow, shallow bridge. Up and back down. Take your time. You're going to feel the triceps working, back of the upper arms at the same time. The other thing, don't lock the elbows out. It's super easy to do on this one where you get full extension off those elbows. You want to keep just a little bit of a bend in it, a micro bend we call it, so that you keep that joint safe. Up and back down one more time. Up and back down. I'm going to stay sideways to the camera, using one leg at a time. Again, grab onto the back of the chair, the base of the chair, the seat of the chair. We're going to extend one leg out, lift it up off the floor just a little bit, feeling these hip flexors work right in the front of the hip and back down. Up, little bend of the knee. If you can't get the leg up without the shoulders rolling forward, which is why you're holding onto the back of the chair to keep the shoulder blades back, bend the knee just a little bit more and then bring it up. So kind of a march, but extended with that leg out just a little bit longer. But if you can, get it out with just that little bend in the knee, that micro bend. Up and back down. Again, try to get your butt out to the edge of the chair and in. It makes it all that much more effective. Not hard. It makes it, it's not harder. It's more effective. Up and back down. I always want to say harder, and that's not the case. It's more intense and it's more effective if you're able to do it. It's not effective if you can't maintain your form. Going to the other side, same thing. Other leg, shoulder blades are back. Grab onto the back of the chair so that you can keep them back. Chest is out. You're looking right straight out in front of you and up and back down. Make sure your shoulders aren't rolling forward. It's all going to go into your lower back if you do that. And that's just going to be painful. You don't need that. Nobody needs that. Up and back down. Lower back pain is not something we want to deal with. Up and back down. Bring it up nice and slow. Let that heel touch the floor lightly. You're in control of this movement. Up. Don't just let the foot drop. As that leg comes down, you're controlling that descent. Up. You should have a decent descent. Up. Not fast. And up. Down. Bring it up. Last one. And We're good. Going back to the other side. I'll do this straight on. Extending one leg out. Shoulder blades are back, grabbing onto the back of the chair. Bring that knee in towards the torso and push back out again. So this is a leg press. Up, squeezing, feeling the muscles work in the front of the hips. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Core muscles going crazy here, working them hard to keep you in that neutral position. Up and back out. Bring it up, squeeze, and out. Up. Softly, lightly, slowly. Any adverb you can think of. Out, back, except for quickly, rapidly, carelessly. Don't do those. Up and back out. One more time. In and back out. So you should have felt this from the hip flexor right in the front of the hip, all the way down to above the knee. Other side, same thing. And if you're feeling it in your back, scoot your butt back on the chair. You may be getting tired and you just can't hold it there anymore. Totally understandable. The longer we do this, the harder it is to hold form, to hold your posture. So you may want to move back in the chair a little bit to help you. Up. I know I said don't do that, but that gets to that point where if you can't maintain your posture, you've got to do that move. You've got to do the right thing for your body and make adjustments, make modifications. Out, in, out, and bring it back in. 3 more, and out. 2 more. 2, 2, 2. Last one right here. Bring it in and extend it back out. Whew, feel that in there? I'm going to have you bring your butt out on the side of the chair so that you've got one cheek on, one cheek off, and just let that outside leg drop. What we want to do is stretch out the muscles we just used. Hip flexor, quadriceps in the front of the thigh. And just let that leg drop down, knees straight towards the floor. If you can get it there. If you can't get it there, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just feel the stretch in the hip. That's all you're looking for. And not a heavy stretch. Just a nice light, oh, I feel that. That feels good. That kind of stretch. The one that after when you get up in the morning and it's like, oh, I'm so stiff. And then you do that nice long stretch, arms over the head, legs extend. It's like, oh yeah, that's much better. That's how you want to feel. Other side, same thing. And drop it down. Shoulders are back. Just let that knee drop. Keep the shoulder blades back. Don't let yourself lean forward over that thigh. You want to hold yourself up. If you can't get the knee all the way down, that's fine. Shoulders need to be back. Again, working on that neutral position, just like when you're walking. Just like when you should be seated, you should be up like this instead of hunched over. So you want to get used to that position, strengthening the muscles in that position. And bring it back. Fingers intertwined, palms right straight up over the head. Feel the stretch through the arms, which we used a lot of. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out, side bend. We're going to take ear on the inside of that upper arm. Again, sits bones, flat on the chair, don't let them move. If you feel one cheek coming up, stop, get yourself flat again, and just stretch through the rib cage and the shoulder. Reach up and over. Take that top hand, pull it up. We're going over to the other side. Up and over. Head on the inside, ear right next to the arm. Keep that spine in alignment. It's bending to the side. Don't let yourself lean forward. And back to the middle. Bring the hands down in front. Shoulder blades are back. And extend the arms out as far as they'll go. Bring the chin to the chest. Roll the shoulder blades out just a little bit more. Shoulders out. Deep breath in. Feel the stretch through the upper back. And relax. Grab onto the back of the chair. Again, roll the shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Deep breath in. Push the stomach out. Feel the lungs open up. Lower lungs. And then exhale as hard as you can. Putting the hands on the thighs, rolling the shoulders forward. Feel the stretch all the way up the back, from the lower back right up to the neck. Deep breath in. And exhale as you come around to grab the back of the chair again. Get those shoulder blades back as tight as they'll go. Open up the chest. Again, deep breath in, roll the shoulder blades back just a little bit more. Push the stomach out, and then exhale. Bring it all back to center. And just relax. Okay, we only have 1 minute left, so I can't get in those last couple stretches, but take hands underneath the thighs, bring them up overhead, deep breath in, rolling the shoulder blades back. So as you come up, you're opening them up the chest. Deep breath in and exhale, coming back down, grabbing onto the thighs. Bring that torso down right on top of the legs. Force all the air out of the lungs. Tighten up the core. Get the air out of the lungs completely, and then a deep breath in as you come back up. Replenishing that air. Stomach out and exhale, bringing the hands down. Squeeze again. And one last time up. Nice and soft this time. Elbows bent, shoulder blades are back, but just take it easy with all the muscles. Very lightly, very slowly bring the arms down. And roll the shoulder blades back. We are done for today. Thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate it. I will see you again. I really do appreciate it. I will see you again on Wednesday. Be sure to be back. Thank you.